Hi, welcome to this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner. This is my weekly video where I take a look at the comics that I'm planning on picking up from my local comic book shop on New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day this week is July 6th, 2022. These are the top 3 choices that I'm looking forward to reading from my pull list, but you can find my entire pull list in the description of the video below. So let's take a look at what I'm looking forward to reading this week. Quick runner-up this week is going to go to Stranger Things Summer Special Number 1. Dark Horse Comics has been putting out a series of Stranger Things comics over the last few years to coincide with the show. Sometimes they have some really good back history in them. There was one that was written by Greg Pak that was really good, that focused it on one of the bullies from season 1. I'm currently reading the series Kamchatka, which is focusing on the jail that's in Russia and that you see in season 4. And if you're like me, you have been watching this most recent series on Netflix. I heard this week that it hit something like 8 billion views and is one of the most streamed shows ever. So that's pretty incredible. These series that come out from Dark Horse Comics from time to time are pretty fun to read, so I will definitely be snagging a copy of Stranger Things The Summer Special Number 1. Coming in at number 3 this week is going to be Batman 89 issue number 6. We have hit this point where Batman 89 has been delayed for quite a while, but if you're like me, maybe not, you're a fan of the old Batman 89, this series has been really fun because it took a look at the old Tim Burton Batman movie as if a third movie was actually made, and I believe it even borrowed some of the ideas that Tim Burton was planning on using to make that extra movie. So with that being said, you get some new characters in this series, you see some famous movie stars from that time era pop up, and I have really liked the series, but the one downside to it has been the delay and how long it's taken to get out. But this week we're supposed to get issue number 6, which is the finale, so it'll be great to finally wrap up Batman 89. Coming in at number 2 this week is going to be Metal Society issue number 3. I've mentioned this before, this series, on my videos that have talked about my weekly pull because it is written by Zach Kaplan, and I have first stumbled onto Zach Kaplan from a title from Aftershock called Join the Future, but really he has written some very good sci-fi comics recently, and this is probably one of the better ones. I really like this plot line because it's a unique take on the future. You see a lot of these post-apocalyptic stories that come out, and that seems to drive a lot of the sci-fi stories, but this one in particular flips the idea of robots taking over and actually has robots taking over but then bringing people back. So kind of an interesting take, and as the people are fighting for their freedom, they actually put a challenge up to try and battle in the ring a human versus a robot. So we'll see how this pans out as they come to the conclusion in the next couple issues, but this is issue number 3. I've really been liking the series. I've actually been liking a lot of things that have been written by Zach Kaplan. He also had a comic come out last week called Mindset, and he also has a series over at Dark Horse called Breakout. So be sure to check out these series. He is a very good sci-fi writer. Coming in at number 1 this week is going to be Batman 125. If you haven't figured it out from watching my series yet, go back and watch some of my previous episodes and you'll see that I am a huge fan of the Chip Zdarsky run of Daredevil. I'm hoping he can bring that same style, same energy over to Batman. He is starting a new run with issue 125. He technically has already began dabbling in Batman because he has a limited series called Batman the Knight, which has been coming out, and I think they're getting close to the end of that series, and I'm kind of curious if they're going to pull, or he will pull from that and use some of those ideas or characters in this new run that he's coming out with. But honestly, with the art by Jimenez, who has been drawing Batman before and has that really I would say, powerful style, where you see action and movement through his art very well. I think it's going to be a really good team, and my expectations are high, which are bad. That's probably a bad thing. Hopefully they can meet those expectations as we get into this new run, but I am really looking forward to the Zdarsky run. I don't know if there's some kind of set number he signed up for, or are we just going to see what's going to happen here, but I am looking forward to seeing where we will end up as Chip Zdarsky takes over the main Batman series for DC Comics. Once again, I would like to thank you for watching the Pull List Examiner. I am 4 subscribers away from the 100 mark. If you are watching and you are not a subscriber, please subscribe, and I have a comic book giveaway that I will be having once I hit that 100 mark. I want to thank everyone who watches regularly, and thank you if you're a new viewer as well. And remember to read them, bag them, and board them, and we'll see you next time on the Pull List Examiner. Thanks for watching.